Good morning. Who juicing? How it doing, Bugatti Buzz? Previously on Kimba TV. What I want to, and again, you should listen to the 30-minute explanation, not the 60-second version, okay? What I would want is this. The thing that I need as somebody that's bullish, okay, from down here is this has to get turned into support. Understand? It has to build value and go. This is what I'm looking for. Shout outs to these shorters, man. I guess we'll see 69 today for show. We'll see 70 maybe. 6 Sierras is no questions, just juicing. Let go, big boy. It's crazy that they're shorting into CVD bull divs. So, yeah, I mean, it's the same. Once again, you have another CVD bull div with a bunch of shorts. Yeah, so nothing's really changed. I would be targeting 70,400 still on CME. So yeah, maybe we get to see this broken today. All right, and then this goes up here. Yeah, so I mean, you guys can see it. CVD bull div again, lots of shorters again. You know, these guys are going to be underwater right around daily open. So I mean, we're probably going to see a squeeze pretty soon. All right, so that's about it, Lions. There's your 15-second alpha TA. Another hidden CVD bull div, so continuation and you know, shit ton of shorts to get squeezed. So we said it yesterday, but probably today or maybe Monday, if there is going to be a short to be had. Roger that. No, but make sure that you watch the highlights all this week when we started to draw this box and why we said that if I am looking for a long, this red line is the line in the sand. Why did we choose this box? Okay, maybe for the whole week, Kasoric, people were asking me, what about 64.5? What about 64.5 for long? I'm waiting for 64.5 for long. So the whole week I talk about why for me, I don't want it to go that low. So definitely get caught up on the YouTube highlights for that week. Here we go. Easy money, Bugatti money. Well, I'm going to restart the stream, but this is the end of the current VOD that people are going to be watching right now for that 15-second alpha TA. Are there any questions? In terms of the plan and the target, nothing has changed. Bad highs, think we're going to sweep that. And then for, you know, target, we're looking at 70,000 basically. 70,004 is where I would kind of be guesstimating for CME. But the CME TPO naked point of control is around 70,200, 70,400. So it's a zone. That's what we'll be looking for. Obviously, that high is going to get swept at 69.5. So I think 70,000 gets breached. And we'll see what the reaction is like here with the single prints. There you go. As you guys can see, shit show of longs. Shit show of shorts. And the problem with these shorts is you have a CVD bull div. So very, very high probability these guys are all going to get squeezed. And as you guys can tell, these guys opened, you know, this big one right here is on this candle. So let's just, this guy's already underwater. No matter how you want to look at it. He's already underwater. All right. So as long as we stay above 68,000, which is the zone that we identified, you are Gucci. So this is starting to look like a failed auction down here. All right. And so, you know, lots of confluence. Pixel Perfect 7.5. Pixel Perfect 7.5. Hidden CVD bull div, which means what? Continuation of the original trend, so up. And you also have bottom shorts. So everything looks good. You see it bounced off the 7.5, hidden CVD bull div, bottom shorts trapped. The plan hasn't changed since yesterday. So we'll see if we can go clean that 69.5 high. We'll go ahead and see what the reaction is. And like I said yesterday, the short is probably either going to be today or on Monday. Juice, 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 juice. Gotta be test net. Gotta be test net. Gotta be test net. Go, go. Gotta be test net. Gotta be test net. Gotta be test net. Okay, okay, okay. Easy, easy, easy. Achoo. Achoo. I'm broke. I'm allergic to being broke. Achoo. Achoo. A juice. A juice. A juice. A juice. A juice. A juice. $500,000 just on one entry, ho. $500,000 just on one entry, ho. We got. Leakwalk, you just got home? Yeah, nothing has changed, man. We already did 15-second alpha TA. It's on last night's VOD, as always. Yeah, I mean, hidden CVD bull div again, bottom shorts again, you know, 7.5. I mean, everything, nothing has changed. So 7.5 pixel perfect. You know, this is a hidden CVD bull div, which means what? Continuation of the trend. And you had even more ding dong bing bong shorts get in, and they haven't closed out yet. So these guys are going to get rocked hard. So nothing has changed. We're still going to be hoping for 70,400 on CME, 70,200, something like that. Bad highs at 69.5 to get cleaned. Sounds good, Chris Parker. But yeah, I'm not good at taking profits either. So what I learned was if I want to responsibly let these longs go for a home run, I have to hedge short. And do you know what the best part is, Chris Parker, about hedging short? Is I'm going to get stopped out in tiny profit. Okay, I actually shaved a good chunk of my short here. It's all live. You can hear me go. I shaved a good chunk of my short. Okay, if you go to like the MEXC monthly leaderboard, you can see that even though I'm only up like 300K on my long, for the month I'm up like 700. So you can clearly see that I TP'd like 400K worth of my shorts here, right? But the best part about hedge shorting is that you get paid to basically pump your long, right? Because if you're wrong on the short, which is not that big of a deal because it's a hedge anyways, when you get stopped out, you're market buying, right? So you're helping the price go up, which is the original trade that you're in anyways. So like I get to make a little bit of money, tiny profit, or maybe even like real profit. And I also get to, you know, help pump the price back up. So the only caveat is that you will be paying fees on the longs that are running. Okay. But if you don't want to TP the long, then the next best thing that you could do is hedge short. So that's what I've been doing. Okay. So make sure you do the math and figure out, you know, that it all mathematically makes sense. Bugatti juice. Make sure you guys are caught up on the 15-second alpha TA, but honestly, nothing has changed since yesterday. All right, so look at all these, look at this, you know, that's normal. We have all the levels identified. We ready to go, mine. We ready to go, mine. So S&P is helping us today, which is what we needed without the gap. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, this is where it started to get a little bit, you could even hear it in my voice. I was like, fuck it, we're just gonna put all three because it's just a cluster right there. All right, and then obviously, you know, 59.05 would be absolutely amazing. I mean, we could put that too, but I don't know about 59.05 today. It might be Monday. Okay. So anyways, we'll let Boogammas continue to do its thing. S&P is helping us. Everything looks good. I mean, hidden CVD. You guys seeing this? You see what I mean? Hidden CVD after hidden CVD after hidden CVD. 9 minutes on the 30-minute candle close. What a day, what a day. Well, here, look. Here's where we are on the Thang. Okay, so if we delete this fib for a second, all right, it already pierced through the 0.5. Okay, so usually we wait until it makes contact at the 382 to draw the reversal fib. We're gonna front run that, okay, and we're gonna already do this. So if this really is a swing fail, then you're gonna have this candle and the next one confirm. If it really is a swing fail, then you're gonna at least see the reaction here. Okay, until we flip 68 into support, it is actually not that. We would have to regain bullish sentiment. So actually, this kind of theoretically, you know, we'll have to think about, is this a good short, yes or no? All right, but longers, I'm rooting for you. Shorters, I'm rooting for you. This is an amazing day, y'all. You gotta love it. Everybody juicing the fuck up. And you know what the coolest thing is? This happens so many times, young lion cubs, that you might as well get used to it. You might as well get desensitized to it. And this is why we prepare and plan. Are we juicing? Are we juicing? Are we juicing? Are we juicing? Juice, 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 juice. Math, math, math. Come on. Juice, juice, juice. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Let's go. We juicy Maguchi. Juice. So, how many of y'all today, if you can be honest with yourself, how many of y'all are thinking to yourself, I need to zoom out a little bit more and prepare and plan a little bit better? Me? None of this is surprising. All right. We already talked about the gap. Look at pixel perfect VWAP on CME. Okay. So it is what it is, you know, but also you never know what's gonna happen. Okay. No one knows. So the only thing that you can really rely on in this game is that you protect what you already have. Stop loss at take profit. So whether you're in a Pico top short right now, whether you're in a Pico bottom long, you better be fucking thinking about worst case scenario. I can say it a million fucking times, but it's up to you guys to actually do it. Alrighty? And does it make sense? Like, it doesn't matter if you're longing or shorting. To me, it doesn't matter. It's just about managing risk. All right? And prepare and plan it out. All right? Now, some of you guys are thinking, how is this possibly math? I don't know. You tell me, how the fuck did it pixel perfect VWAP? All right. So I know a bunch of you guys were here in the morning and we talked about this gap. All right. So let's get it. You know, what a day, what a day. Bing bong ding dong. It deviated out. Now it's right back in the value. Okay, you're right back in it again. All right, so what would have been bearish if it did something like this, right? Failed auction and failed back inside, and it still could do that, or it just got slapped at the point of control. So the fact that it's piercing is nice. That's a good start for bulls. Bulls, you got to take control of that and ultimately get above 68. All right, and you know, it's kind of like a fucked up trident. This is what I would call like the Step Brothers trident. Okay, but if you do go to line, see it? And look at the low. Okay, so lots of confluence. And again, we already talked about this before. All right, and the final touch would be the VWAP and the gap. All right, so it's bing bong ding dong. I know some people juiced the fuck up. I know some people round tripped. I know some people took a little bit of an L today. Don't worry about it. If you juice the fuck up, don't celebrate until we're officially done with the market close, okay? And if you lost a little bit, you got spanked around, you got round tripped, don't beat yourself up. Don't be so hard on yourself. I've been there millions of times. The only thing that matters is you figure out what you want to do differently next time, so when the same opportunity presents itself, you can capitalize on it a little bit better. I can give you basic protocols like think of worst case scenario, stop loss and profit, but it's ultimately up to you to be able to do the right thing when it counts. All right. And remember, it's okay to lose a trade. It's okay to lose a position. It's okay to lose a little bit of money. Do not lose yourself. Okay. The biggest L that you could possibly take is to try to project or blame somebody else instead of looking yourself in the mirror and figuring out what you can do better to make more money next time. All right. So happy Friday. What a day. What a way to wrap up the week. And you really do have to embrace these moments. Sometimes it sucks, okay? But here's the thing. This is gonna happen over and over and over again. So one, you have to get desensitized to shit like this, okay? And then two, you just need to be better prepared for something like this because it's gonna happen again. The same shit's gonna happen again, promise you. You know that it's gonna do the opposite of this. If we go back to like 62 or 58, it's gonna do the same exact thing down there. Okay, if we go to 70 or 72 or 82 or 88, it's going to do the same thing. Bing, bong, ding, dong. So always protect your capital. Always manage risk. Think of worst case scenario. Don't sit there too prideful thinking that it's about being right or wrong. Alrighty? Because I'm pretty sure that, the people that were extremely bearish, they're going to get round tripped or stopped out. People that were extremely bullish, round tripped or stopped out. That's the name of the game. So the only thing that you can really do is just put your stop loss in profit. You don't have to win everything. Just don't lose. Alrighty. 18 minutes on the hourly candle close, 18 minutes on the 30-minute candle close, and then we have 1 hour and 20 minutes on S&P market close. What a day. Y'all excited? Look at it! Juicing! Now, be careful over the weekend. All right, and as we said, I think the easiest way would be to just see where CME closes and see how it gaps. You heard me? And there's the Sunday night gap, and then there's the RTH gap. Don't forget. Magic Music says, Kimba, if this holds and bounce back up is a good low, right? Sure. Yeah, but a lot of work to do, brother. So you got this. Obviously, like the sweep low is holding, but golden pocket. But it's the weekend, so. Yeah, brother. There you go, magic music. But yes. Yes, it would be. Fred, you good? Daisy says, I dreamed about you yesterday. Hopefully it was a good dream. We got Dr. Manhattan, Manaka, Pavel, Altcoin says, why we haven't played Vitus? We could. Yeah. 604 says, why is the weekend more scary? Because it's lower liquidity. All right. So it's easier to move the markets, and you don't have the guidance to be able to follow things like S&P or CME. All right. I usually don't look at the charts over the weekend, to be honest. So we're basically passing the 786. We're approaching the 886 for the year as we approach month 10 month 11 and 12 on the year. EU says, okay, because I saw someone talking about some news on Tether. Nah, some people might, for coping purposes, might say that, but they're probably not looking at S&P like we are. Look at S&P, it just correlated today the whole way through. So if you missed the morning 15-second alpha TA, one of the things that we kind of talked about was the big options expirations today. So this is okay. All right. So, even things like, it was more bullish. So for it to reset all the bullish sentiment, it's okay. So we talked about that in the morning, but, that's okay. So we'll take it day by day, level by level. Yeah. And we'll try to do our best again next week. But do I think it's safe? Usually during the weekend, I'm just trying to not get stopped out, right? But in terms of RTH gap and pixel perfect VWAP, yes. In my opinion, as long as we're above VWAP, the uptrending VWAP, we're good. Okay, so that's a really good tail. That's good. So yeah, nothing has really changed. A little bit of bing bong ding dong. But again, 7.5. So this is what maybe we can look at instead of this fib. So 7.505, 382. So look at like what it did. Dink, dink, 382. So what would be the next thing that I would want to see from bulls? We have to make a higher high. So other than that, if for some reason all of these are targets, and if they're going to do another bearish retest, then I'll be in that bitch too. So some sort of like swing fail, I think would be pretty obvious. Things don't, the way that I would look for levels doesn't change regardless of if it pumps $2,000 or dumps $2,000. So I'm still going to do my protocol, which would be to look for value levels, maybe full rotate. The only thing that we don't have is CME to guide us and S&P confluence. So lots of play, but yeah, so I don't know WISEC, but some already got stopped out. I added again at the 7.5 on some. And so depending on the entry, they have different stop loss and profits. Sounds good, WISEC? It's a shame that they're doing this on a weekend. So the best thing that I can probably provide WISEC is, first things first, we would be taking a look to see if the low is good or bad. So CME low is good. And probably you're just going to try to, derivatives, I think, might sweep again. It wouldn't surprise me if it sweeps one more time on derivatives while CME is paused. But I think the biggest and the easiest way to see which way you want to trade this would be to just see the RTH gap on Monday. Yeah. So I would just put, stop loss in. Were you here earlier when we drew the Fibonacci and we went, we were looking at the 886 to golden pocket? As soon as that happened, I was already pulling fibs the other way with the 382 and the .5 and the 618 exchanges with already their own stop losses and profit. So, and I don't know if some of you guys have started doing that too, but it's really easy, YSEC, to see which place you should put your stop loss and profit to maximize profits. All right, so we've been talking about this for quite some time, but what you can do is you do this. So this to this, if you wanted the momentum, it should have tried to do that. I mean, obviously in here you do that. Okay, so the minute that you lose that, you're pulling it like this now. And you shave, and you can kind of see how everybody else did it. Oh no, I moved by. You can see where people started to do it. Right here, this whole wick. This basically means people had stop loss here, people had stop loss here, people had stop loss here. Alrighty, so you can start to figure out when you want to close and when you don't. Sounds good. So even that, I think, is part of the prep work, which exchanges you're going to stop out and profit and where. So you don't have to just sit, you don't have to sit there and think. Just let it do its thing. Any other questions? You good? Hamashaya says, how do you recommend learning TP practice? Having your limit TPs, but also having a stop loss and profit that you continually drag up. All right, so if it doesn't hit your TPs, you still get closed out in profit. All right, y'all. Longers, I'm rooting for you. Shorters, I'm rooting for you. Bulls, bears, we're all lions. Sato, tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss. Hey, he said he's gonna smack the shit out of you. He said he's gonna smack the shit out of you.